Child. Hey, y'all. Hey, it is your girl, Elise Black, and I am back with another one. I'm here for my commentary and my recap of the last episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Child. Hope I get through this recording and get it posted, because for me, that show was a doozy again. But before we get started, please remember that everything that we're getting ready to talk about is alleged, and it's for commentary and laugh and giggles purposes only. All right, y'all. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about it. Before I get into that, guys, I really do appreciate you guys coming on board, subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot to me. I do read your comments and I try to respond to everyone, and I love you guys back. There was a little tit and tat going back and forth about me singing Melody's song. It was all compliments towards my voice, but some people made some comments about her singing abilities, and there was a tiff back and forth about that. But my thing is, if I sing her song and it pushes people to go and check out the song, then hey, we all win. She definitely did hit 1 million on that song, Nobody's Business. So, and I actually like the song because I talked to you guys prior. If you've been following me, I went through a situation, 20 years ago with kind of like the same situation. I am a former educator, but I'm also a former actress and singer. I'm not even former actress and singer. I still do that. So if you hear me singing out here, that's because it's my love. I do sing live. I do perform. I have music out, the whole nine. So if I think it's a hit, I'm going to sing it, because I'm actually going to cover Nobody's Business with my band. But just a little bit about that. I enjoy you guys commenting, and you can always expect for me to bust out in song or start acting a little bit, because it's just kind of like who I am, mimicking, making people create Martell and AC's voices, because when I think about them, when I'm talking about them, their grimy little voices just seem to come to my head the way I hear it. And so there you have it on this. So anyway, guys, appreciate your love. Keep pouring into this channel, and I'll keep giving back. But I just want to talk a little bit about this show, because y'all already know I probably only like TISHA in season 1, and I have not been able to stand her. Since she got Hollywood, went and got, new ass, like right along with everybody else, and the whole nine. Like, I cannot stand her, and she definitely don't need any damn alcohol, because, oh girl, I don't know how to hold it. But we look at what happened in this last scene, this last episode, actually. Let me get my notes out. Give me 1 second, because I need my glasses, but I can't find them right now. So give me 1 second, and let me get to these notes, so I can just kind of recap some of the stuff that took place. So the first scene we kind of get into, we're talking to Trisha and her. We're looking at Trisha and her gonna be fiance. I guess one day can talk, where we left off. And pretty much what I said, I thought this was an interesting story of why she has not gotten a divorce after 5 years. Pretty much he is letting her know at this dinner, he was throwing her a little dinner party, private. It was very cute for her birthday, that his intention is to marry her. He kind of was checking to ask her what was her intentions, and she did let him know her intentions is to marry him. It's just that the divorce papers have not even been brought up or filed. So we got to learn a little bit about that, and then we'll talk a little bit more about how that played out throughout the episode. But then the next scene was, of course, with Nell and her husband, Chris. Nell's getting ready to celebrate her birthday. Of course, one of the biggest topics for Tisha's raggedy ass is, how old is Nell? Even Kimmy wants to chime in. When Kimmy, you look like you older than Nell, so I think you should be quiet as well. So you get to hear them talk about all the people that were invited. We do know that the last episode, Martell ass was never invited, and it was told that. And so she talks about the fact she hoped there isn't going to be any rift between the ladies that are coming, but little did she know the rift was coming for her. So then, you pass on to The next scene is with Kimmy, Maurice, and Marcel and TISHA. And they're coming to them, wanting them to work on this new project venture they have. They want a restaurant, an eatery, and they want them to do the project. Now, for me, Kimmy gets into the history of, them not ever completing any projects. So for me, I'm asking myself, why the hell we even go to him? Maybe it's because it's your brother-in-law, but I would have rolled right over their ass. So Kimmy expresses her concerns on being able to get the shit done. And he stresses it will be done. And pretty much when you're working on your own project, you can take your time. But when they're closing hotels and all the shit they like to bring up, then it's on a schedule and it gets done. So, Kimmy suggests there be a bid. Marcel's okay with that. Of course, TISHA makes the comment, just a minute here. This is where the hate began with her ass, this episode. You have a choice too. You ain't got to go with them either. Do you want to go with them? It's a two-way street. Just stupid shit. I don't know if this troll is trying to get more ratings, but all your ratings gonna be behind hate because nobody likes you. Fix it. I keep saying I'm waiting on people to fix shit and it's not being fixed. And it's highly frustrating to see black millionaires be a bunch of ghetto ass, want to start drama, look at me, let me fuck with somebody assholes. It's dumb to me. I'm just so, and Tisha, bitch, you leading the pack on being the dumbest hoe for this show this season. Okay. So anyway, then TISHA goes on in the end to be real ghetto as the scene is ending and putting on lip balm and shit, which reminded me of AC. It's what's going on? Are you for real right now? And then, of course, they're still trying to, when I say they, I mean Marcel and TISHA still is trying to add to the storyline that possibly somebody has had an affair. In my opinion, I'm sure, and don't nobody give a damn. So they talk about, TISHA goes and asks Maurice, can you please have your brother wear his ring? And Marcel goes on to say, well, as long as you wear yours. And she goes and flashes her ring. And he was like, man, that's not the 5-carat ring I bought you. That dumb shit, stupid shit. It's a ring. The next scene is with Courtney and Ken. And they're at the gym, and we learn a little history that Courtney and Ken has been knowing each other since elementary. So Huntsville is small, so they have kept in touch. They've played football, basketball throughout high school, college, the whole nine. He brings up the fact he's thinking about tying that knot with Trisha. However, now, you can tell these people really ain't really close because if y'all real close, your boy gonna know that your girl's still married. But anyway, he puts it out there that she is still married and kind of gives his advice and everybody's saying the same shit. You need to, make sure she handles it and he makes it clear there will be no popping of rings and no engagements until that happens. We talking about Ken, the new male character too. Love, Marriage in Huntsville. We also find out that Courtney is not fucking with nobody but raggedy ass Martell and Chris. He do not mess with the Scotts. He said mainly because, well, Maurice is a bitch. Marcel's a bitch because of how he treated his wife during cancer. And he just put that shit out there, right there on TV, yo, not the one. We also find out that Courtney says marriage is fun. And honestly, him and Stormie make it look fun. So cute couple. I'm hoping one day I'll get my Boaz. So there you have it on that one with Courtney, Ken, and them. So let's go to our other notes. So then we talk about we also find out on the ride over to NEL'S party that Trisha gives us some tea that TISHA is still being messy, stating that pretty much Nell is somebody you got to watch. Stormie defends that accusation and says Nell is warm, she's sweet, but also Stormie changes it up. So Stormie goes to the party, not really bothered, but pretty much on guard. But then they go over to the next scene where you have TISHA, Kimmy, the damn Scotts on their ride over to the party, and They have a problem with the invite that Stormie has sent them to her Galentine's event because they feel things have not been resolved since from the reunion. In my opinion, you need to be resolving shit, giving opinions, TISHA, for telling people to pop bills and shit. Like, you're weird. Y'all all weird. So, again, I'm just running down this recap for you guys. What took place this last dry paint episode again. So, then we move on to... So then we get to the party. We find out that this is Nell's second party. Her first party is when she was 40. And her kids is throwing her this really, really nice party at this club called Ionics. I think that's what it was. Icon, Ionics, something like that. And TISHA, as y'all call her, tissue ass coming there, already starting shit. So when they're all at the party, everybody's kind of talking, and you have TISHA meltdown ass talking about she don't know who gonna walk through the door. She don't know how things are gonna be. And so prior to her talking like that, Mel comes in with her shades on. And of course, you can already see Marceau dumbass looking at her, and his comments were, "How you doing?" Like a man doing it, like, "Yo, what's up?" So I keep saying he really want her. One of the commenters, one of our subscribers stated he in love with her. I believe it too. He's in love with her grind. He's in love with her hustle. He's in love with her, the fact that she's able to build empires. He's in love with everything that TISHA, that she is not, in comparison to little tissue paper. So when she comes in, TISHA, dumbass, walks up on Mel, which I promise you I would have pushed that bitch like away. It would have been a reflex. And literally grabs Melody, the one you really don't fuck with, and tries to take her glasses off her eyes. Y'all, it was so raggedy. I was just like, if you don't sit your drunk already ass down before you came to the party, like, sit down, girl, you stupid. And so Melody even says she's turning to Wanda Jr. That can mean a couple of things. You're going to vote your ass about the show with the foolishness. But anyway, just drunk and being belligerent and looking stupid and want to talk shit and want to be feisty. We supposed to be looking at black millionaires and all that type of shit. Like, girl, stop. Like, I talk a lot of shit, but I ain't going to be around nobody that got me ready to fight. I remove myself. In life, I do. If you the type of person that's like that, I ain't going to be around you. I'm not going to sip tea or drinks with you. None of that. None of that work over here. Absolutely, positively not. So anyway, Melanie lets her know, yo, pretty much on her own way back up. I'm in the club. I got my shades on. She's trying to chill, trying to be in her own lane. And of course, little Tisha's not trying to have it. So then, let me see. Then you have Stormie walks in. Of course, Tisha Thomas is coming through the door. She comes through with Courtney and her friends. And, well, you know what I mean, Ken and his wife. And then, of course, TISHA begins to complain about the fact how somebody going to be late to their own party. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you're dumb and nobody's ever thrown a party for you because you're supposed to arrive late to your own shit, bitch. It's a grand entrance, you dummy. So anyway, Mel lets her know it's her party. She can do how she wants to do. And someone mentioned probably Mel, she's going to make a grand entrance. So Nell does come in. She comes and dances. She's in gold, looking fabulous, and dancing up on her husband. So she comes over. She's talking over to the lady. Mel said she looks about 20. Of course, TISHA dumbass starts hazing. She looks about 30. Excuse me. So that's the time when Mel said that TISHA was in danger of becoming Wanda. We also find out that Trisha is related to the Fletchers. Well, actually, Chris Fletcher. And then, of course, the talk of Trisha being the trainer comes out, and TISHA all in the mix, and comes out and she states that, even though they felt like you kind of shading Nell about her age and other shit, she says that Nell is actually her goal when she thinks about working out, and she did state that. And Nell told her ass, well, you better hurry up and get to work. In other words, if you want to look like me at my age of 60, you need to get to work. And Nell said, because, we kind of swole. Mel goes ahead and, shows love to Trisha. Trisha shares the story about losing her parents, and they get all in her business. Of course, Kimmy did, which she started to get on my nerves. How, for one, the way they started in on the NEL'S family, which I felt like I skipped a little bit. NEL'S family was about to give them the business, Marceau them, about, not being fazed by stuff. Like, oh, girl's finna get that ass. They probably cut the scene and told everybody to calm down. But just Kimmy starting it, like coming in and just raw asking somebody about, is Alexis going to be showing up? The one who said Nell was a side chick. I thought that was fucking messy. I don't think people do this shit in real life, and I say it all the time, and that's the problem I have. And that's really picking on people who, in my opinion, don't have their weight up anyway for the show for you to be coming for them. You won't pick on nobody on side, and it bothers me about you, Kimmy, curly ass, her, Maurice woman. Okay. Anyway, so Mel gives support going back over to Trisha and her losing her parents, and gets support about that situation. Let her know that she has angels that are encamped around her. Of course, we get to see TISHA ghetto ass trying to call people different names, Linnell, and all the type of shit. And Nell raised up, and then Nell pulled back when she was coming for her. And Nell was like, I've done nothing to you. By that time, Mel had put her shades on, because she felt like this some bullshit, and it's just dumb. And then somehow Stormie and TISHA got into it about the pop and pill situation, and the show ended with that, with Stormie asking her to rewind it back and tell me why you said that, where you come there from. And Tisha Paper saying, well, things in that nature. But y'all, that was it for this show. Like, that is a complete recap, if that's what you come for. Not much commentary on this one outside of what I've already said. I'm over the shit. That's just I know a lot of y'all aren't watching anymore. So if you're watching, this is what you can listen to get caught up on, Really not much. Mel had one scene and that was coming to the club. And I know that's what we mostly interested about. But I will stress, I do wish that they would go ahead and show some of the stuff that's going on as far as the business is being done and at work for Mel. I mean, even if we got to go look at the raggedy ass skies, to keep talking about hotels, can we see some meetings? Can we see them building? Because I remember when the show came out, I was super excited about the fact, me being a black woman, an entrepreneur, been doing it for a very long time, trying to see how people are doing it now in this time and age with social media. Because again, I am of a certain age, and it wasn't like this when I was grinding. So I respect the hustle even more if I can be shown how to do it at the level they're doing it at. And I do understand that the social media backing or the TV is a good way to start, but even people on that show still have not made it pop like Melody. So you can't just contribute it to, they got a platform. Anybody get a platform can make it happen. You still got to work that platform. So just going back to what Marceau has stated about her selling T-shirts and how other people couldn't do it like that if they were on the platform, use a damn lie. Because I see youngsters right now who are killing it in the game right there from the high school, right there from the mall. So I would like to see the show showcase that, because for me, like, if this is not what we doing, then we all just might as well tune in to Love and Hip Hop, because they looking for that bitch TISHA. Okay. And I think she's trying to cast for Love and Hip Hop at this very moment, the way she's acting. So I just feel like, if y'all not going to capitalize on what we started to tune into, your ratings are going to forever drop. I'm going to forever go ahead and do this commentary, because like I literally don't have anything else to do outside of working, my kids, in church. And, this is a new hobby for me, because again, I got a degree in this a while back. So I'm going to keep, pushing myself with this. So trying to get better at this. But I do feel like you're going to have to get a new director to get a new show. Carlos King is not going to bring us what they stated they was going to give us in the beginning. So, that's where I'm at with it. So again, if you have not checked out Nobody Business, it did go reach 1 million views. She did broadcast it a few days ago. That's a good song to go check out. Okay. All right. Have a good one. Bye.